Hey team, welcome to week 2 of e-learning. I hope you guys are doing okay, and I hope you had a good weekend. You could rest a little bit and kind of take it easy. This week we're going to kind of just continue reading The Kite Runner. Last week we read chapters, I believe it was 3 through 8. This week we're going to be reading chapters 9 through 13 um, and just kind of seeing where the story takes us. We left off last week kind of discussing conflict and the roles of conflict that we saw. Obviously, we had like man versus man conflict where we saw a lot of like Asif and Hassan, Asif and Amir, Amir and Baba, Amir and Hassan sometimes. So it was just kind of like lots of man versus man. But we also kind of discussed on Thursday during our synchronous meeting that there was some internal conflict too, especially in chapter 7, when we see Amir really struggling and grappling with what decision to make. And I think we can all agree he kind of made the wrong one. Um, but it's a redemption story. And we have Rahim Khan's promise of there's a way to be good again, to kind of continue moving this story forward and seeing what is going to happen that will allow him to potentially be good again. Um, so, in that same vein, this week I'm going to really ask you to take a look at like main themes that have come up. I'm going to suggest that gender roles is going to be not necessarily a main theme, but certainly a topic that we need to investigate. But we also have family, we have friendship, we have loyalty, like those kind of big ideas that have been really drawn into question and are going to continue being brought up. I want you to start keeping track of those. What themes or topics do you see starting to, as the book continues to take shape, they really start to play a bigger and bigger role? um, so be prepared to kind of be able to discuss some of those things that you've noticed um, during our conversation on Thursday. It's the same kind of setup where I'm going to have you read chapters, and there are some assignments that are optional that are just kind of there to help you. So for chapters 9 through 11, which is your first assignment, um, it's just to like go and title each chapter. They aren't given titles, they're just given numbers. And the idea is like what big ideas and situations from the chapter can you draw on to come up with like a creative title for each chapter. It's optional. It just kind of helps me see where you are. And then on Thursday we have a little bit more to like hold on to and talk about. um, and then there's going to be one about gender roles, and there's going to be an assignment about conflict. And again, only one of those is like I'm collecting for a grade, so keep an eye out, because I'll tell you in that daily agenda, the weekly agenda, like which one of those it is. Um, Same thing as last week. My office hours are going to be from 10 a.m. until noon, and you can just join me. I'm going to have a chat room, and I will put the link on Google Classroom so that you can access it and get to me during those hours if you need. And if you don't, great. You can also email me, and I will respond as soon as I can. Uh, but yeah, those are kind of the best ways to get a hold of me. If you have any questions, obviously, please feel free to let me know. And I'll probably do just a couple of those exit ticket things. I really enjoy just seeing like your knee jerk reactions to it. Um, and being able to answer a little bit less formally, I think is really good for all of us. So there's kind of my update. If you have any questions, obviously feel free to reach out. I miss you guys. And yeah, I'm here for you. Let me know what you need. Bye.